Hi everyone, it's Olivia.
And Sophia.
And welcome back to the third official episode of Status Teenage. So, let's talk about our week. Let's have a little catch up like we usually do.
I didn't do much.
You know what? I didn't do anything either. I just worked.
You know what I did do? Me and Alex did get together one day and play D&D, which is surprisingly really fun. We're trying to figure out how to play it so we can all, so all of our friends can play it together. But it's harder than you expect. So props to all the people who are made fun of for playing D&D because it is hard.
Really?
Well, it's so complicated. It took me and Alex 20 minutes to make. We made one character together, and it took us like an hour.
Make characters?
Because you have to make your character, and you have to play so you make a character, and then you and your friends go through adventures as the characters you made. So you have to roll to figure out your character's stats and shit. It's way more confusing than you'd expect, but it's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can play eventually. What'd you say that I was? I was gonna be what?
No, I would say you'd make a good dungeon master, but the thing is, you don't know how to play yet. So, and neither do I, honestly. None of us know how to play. But I've been, watching a bunch of videos, and the dungeon master is the hardest job. I kind of already knew that before we started playing. So Olivia would make a good dungeon master because Olivia is very, she's a leader. Me and Olivia are both leaders, but I feel like Olivia, you know what, maybe not, because maybe Olivia would let the power get to her head and kill all of us off in the first, round.
No, because then there wouldn't be a game, and then my reign wouldn't last as long.
Exactly. But I think Olivia, if she knew how to play, I think she'd make a good dungeon master, but we're still learning, so.
I have no idea what that is, but I'm going to take it as a compliment, okay?
It is a compliment. It's, the most important role in the game.
So, what did I do this week? I literally, I feel like I say this every week. I literally just worked. If Sophia knows, I work so much, but it's slowing down now because we start school this week. So when we're recording this, it's the 6th of September because
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day, because I know that I have things to do the rest of the rest of the week. I'm assuming so do you.
School.
Yeah, we have school, but also tomorrow I have 4 things to do tomorrow.
I don't.
And I also work, so balancing all of that's gonna be fun. Tomorrow's Super Tuesday, where everybody goes to my store to buy back to school items, and that's important because I didn't even go back to school shopping yet.
I just got 2 books. I got 2 300-page notebooks. Those notebooks that have they're 3 notebooks put together.
Yeah, 3 subject notebooks.
Those folders. It's just the notebooks that have those sheets of
Yeah, 3 subject notebooks.
Yeah.
They have that sheet divide. It's a sheet divider. Yeah.
I got 2 of those.
See, I have one, and I bought it before grade 11. I bought it for grade 11.
I have one too. I bought it for grade. I have 2 actually before. But one I used because I had law and I had history, so I had to do a lot of note taking. So one I'm not going to use again because I don't want to there's it's already a significant part of it's already taken up.
Yeah.
So even though a lot of it's empty, I don't want to go into a new year with the same notebook. And then the other one I don't have, I'm going to use again, but I bought another one just in case.
See, the 3 subject notebook that I bought, I was specifically going to use it for the psychology, anthropology, sociology.
But we didn't take any notes in that class.
Yeah, so I had that specifically for that class because a subject, in quotes, subject, would be for each of the units, but we didn't end up taking that many notes. It was all just Google Slides and stuff.
Yeah, so I had, that's the notebook I'm talking about too that I'm going to reuse because I didn't
need
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of notebooks. What I need to buy and what I actually bought today, Sophia, you know this about me, maybe you'll find this out, people, is I'm really into stationery.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm really into planning and to-do lists and books and planners. So you know what I bought today? I bought a $25 planner off of Amazon today.
I had a Harry Potter planner in grade 10 and 11, but because we didn't go to school, I never got to use it. And that is tragic to me.
See, I never really, like, for school, I never really used planners because I always got, like, a scrap piece of paper and just wrote down my to-do list. But this planner is called the 10-Minute Planner by Moat Moat, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. And basically what it is it's like you can track how many hours or how many minutes you're studying something, and you can use symbols to distinguish whether or not you completed it, you want to do it the next day, or you started but not finished. You can put, like, quotes and stuff, or you can, like, put a song that you like.
So it's more like a fun little, like, bullet journal-y kind of thing?
Kind of.
More than a planner?
Yeah, because... And I also started using Notion.
I have a bullet journal here.
Because I don't know if you know what Notion is. Your bullet journal is really pretty. I like it.
The problem with my bullet journal is that the first few pages aren't like bullet journal. There's like a bunch of stuff. Like it's like a planner. The first like bunch of pages. And I don't use that.
But bullet journal, right? So when people think of bullet journaling as like a bunch of like trackers in your journal, do you have trackers or is it just entries?
I have here. I'm gonna show Olivia so that she can see it. You guys can't see, but the thing is it has like a bunch of pre-made like shit in it that I don't use. So
habit tracker,
my plan was to like not just use it as a tracker or whatever, but now I have no choice because all of the pages are like this.
Yeah.
Except until you get like here. And that's like a significant portion of the book. So the problem, I'm gonna have to cover it up and make it into like the first bunch of pages into like a scrapbook kind of thing.
Yeah, you could do that. Because
I don't use those pages.
See, I don't bullet journal because bullet journaling to me, like I was thinking about it and it'd be really nice to do like a daily thing, you know, every day you do something. I don't bullet journal either.
I have like 2 entries.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just stuck to... Wait, there's something in your audio. I hear it. It's like cop cars or something, or like your dog.
Yeah, no, it's a cop car. There's cop cars outside my house.
Okay, that's
They just drove by really quickly. Don't cut this part out because it's funny as fuck. I know. There are cop cars. They just drove by.
I know. I just heard it, and it was like in the background. I wanted to know if that was Finn, like.
It was my dog. It was a cop car. No, it's a cop car. Okay. Good thing we record earlier because there were kids outside my house playing hockey. Because beside my house is a bunch of hockey boys. Like, they live together and they play hockey.
Yeah.
So, they're not even from Canada. They're from another country.
Ruski.
And they were playing hockey outside.
I think that's so Russian in Russian. I think that's Russian in Russian. Ruski?
They are Russian.
Russia is Russia in Russian, but Ruski is Russian in Russian.
How do you know this?
Don't ask. Don't ask. But anyway, I already journal every day, I guess you could say, because what I do is I have this journal where it's like every day for 5 years, and so like you go through the entire year and you just write something down on the prompt. Like one day will be like blank is heaven on earth, or like what's something you want to do, what's your favorite pastime, like questions like those, right? So I started in January and it's September and now I'm here, but that's going to be 5 years. And I like that I started it at a time where I was like mid 11th grade, which means that I'm probably going to finish it mid 4th year of uni.
Wait, your what journal? Your
It's called Every Day for 5 years.
Oh.
It's like a pre
I had one of those. It was like every day for 3 years and I never did it.
I'm really excited. You know what else I did today though? Talking about like every day for 5 years or just time. I went through, okay, so growing up my mom made a bin for me, like my sister and I, with like our newborn stuff, JK, SK, grade 1, all of our like student of the months, all of the things that we made for Mother and Father's Day, all these like different cards that we got from people. So I actually went through that today, like my first Halloween costumes in there, my first snowsuit. I have a bunch of cards from my first birthday, from my baptism, from my communion, like all these different things. And there's this card from my parents when I was 1, and my dad wrote something in it, and it was like, you're the most precious thing ever, right? Because I was like 1 year old. And I literally read it and I started bawling my eyes out in front of my mom and my dad. I was like, why don't you write stuff like that anymore? Like, but anyway, it was just really weird to like it was so emotional. It's just a bunch of like memories thrown at my face. So like, but I like that stuff. Like I'm very sentimental.
I'm
so
not.
like, so I feel like this book is gonna be really nice to look at when I finish it, or like in years time. That's also a reason why I journal. Like, yeah, because it's therapeutic, but like I'm gonna be able to look back at them when I'm like married.
Yeah. No, I just need to get my thoughts on paper because they're kind of scary sometimes. Not like in a bad way, it's just like too much.
Do you hear that? Sophia is closing her window. She's back.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I had to. Olivia was just saying something really nice. I had to. It was really hot in my room, so I had to open my window. And our audio is obviously not the best. Like 4 episodes in, because we're kind of just. Olivia's is better than mine. We're kind of just working with what we have.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get some better equipment, but I didn't want I have a lot of, for some reason everyone on my street has dogs. So I like literally every single person on my street has a dog. I'm not even exaggerating. So I had to close my door or my window so that there's not so much noise. And nothing's working. Oh my god.
Okay, so it's been 12 minutes. Now let's actually get into what we're supposed to be talking about.
Wait,
this
I got
episode.
my nails done. That's what I did this week. I forgot. But now we'll move on.
Yeah, so today's question is distancing yourself from social media okay? The answer is...
No, because you have to watch our podcast.
Okay. Listen to our podcast. What are they watching?
They're watching... I'm not even gonna... Sometimes I watch it because I watch the little timer.
Okay. Anyway.
I watch the timer.
Anyway, so, the answer is yeah. I feel like it should be like a normal thing for people to take like week breaks off of social media, or just month breaks off of social media, because like there's been so many studies on social media and so many studies of benefits of removing yourself from social media, and overall it's positive, like removing yourself, right? So like there's so many mental health benefits, right? Like the majority of the reason as to why girls are so insecure, boys are so insecure, people are so insecure is because of social media. Like,
can you hear anything going on downstairs?
No.
Okay, good. Sorry, guys. My house is really, everything's really loud right now, and I don't know why. My dog's barking. I don't know what he's barking at. Probably some
I can't
other dog.
hear. I can hear all the dogs barking.
It's literally just Finn. I closed my window now, and only my dog Finn is barking.
Anyway.
I don't know what he's barking at.
So, yeah. So, there has been... I don't know the statistics, but, like, women before used to compare themselves through magazines, right? But now, because social media is so much more accessible, all of those self-esteem problems have had a huge increase. So, like, if you were to remove yourself from social media, you're giving yourself downtime. You're giving yourself that time to stray away from all of that competitiveness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, I feel like you can also find people on social media who you don't... Well, I guess you're still comparing yourself to them to some extent. I think as humans, we always compare ourselves to each other. I think it's human nature.
Tell them that it's human nature.
This must be a thing. Every time I say human nature in this podcast, you're just going to sing that.
That song is so good. I have it on a record.
Okay.
It's so good.
I think it's human nature to compare ourselves to other people, but on social media, you can find places or spaces of social media where everyone's where people build each other up. So instead of, even though yes, we should be taking breaks from social media, instead of looking at like, I don't know, Kylie Jenner on fucking her Instagram, go to someone else instead who...
Lizzo.
Lizzo's a good example.
Lizzo's really good.
Because the thing is, Kylie, I don't have a problem with the Kardashians. I think they're extremely entertaining for some odd reason.
Yeah.
But they don't own up to the fact that they're not biologically accurate.
Yeah.
There's no way you can get their bodies without, like,
Plastic surgery.
Extreme plastic surgery, and they don't own up to it.
Liposuction. Botox
The thing
injections.
is, there are multiple, multiple interviews where interviewers ask them, and they're like, hey, you, like, why, do you admit that you are, do you believe that you're giving a false standard of beauty to, like, girls, which they obviously are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I don't think so. I think people are just upset that they can't put the work in.
But what work? They mean the money. That's what it is.
They mean they also mean, because they talk about exercising, which I'm sure they do. They talk about eating healthy, which I'm sure they do. They don't talk about I'm sure they mentioned it a few times. They don't talk about the surgeries. But the problem is, surgeries aside, it still takes a lot of money to find hours and hours in your day, every day, to exercise and eat healthy. Gym memberships and healthy diets and nutritionists and all that stuff that makes them put the work in, quote unquote, is expensive, or even just time consuming, where many people of the working class don't have time to go to the gym for hours and hours a day because they're working and they're supporting their families. They can't pay for nannies to watch their children as they go to the gym.
Yeah.
So that aside, to be like, oh no, people are just jealous that I put the work in and they can't, and they don't want to, is wrong, because I'm sure they want to. I'm sure there's tons of people out there who want to, but they can't because they have a real life, whereas the Kardashians are like millionaires, billionaires in some respects, and they can't.
Their life is so manufactured. Like, it's so fabricated. And then, like, but see, for people like us who realize this, right? But like, people who grow up with them already the way that they are, they're gonna deem that as the standard of beauty.
If they just owned up to it, if they just owned up to the fact that they have money and they could put in a lot of effort that other people can't, instead of, including plastic surgeries, instead of saying people just don't want to put the work in to look like I do, I would respect them so much more. That's literally all you have to do. Because if you want plastic surgery to make yourself look good, go do it. Go do what makes you happy, right? I'm not going to stop you. But if you are on social media and you are promoting your body to people, you still have to recognize that a lot of people cannot do what you're doing for outlying reasons. Health reasons, for example.
Yeah.
Even just money aside and time aside, health reasons. You know?
And it's so unfortunate because, like, I feel like the Kardashians are going to be huge for a long time. They're going to be big. Maybe I'll give them a good 20 years, and then they're gone. Okay? I'll give them a good 20 years. But anyway, all those people born in those...
Chris never dies. I love Chris. She's so funny.
So, like, all those people that are born within that 20 years, they're gonna grow up and they're gonna see these people. And it's gonna be sad for them because, like, I don't know, I just feel like social media is just gonna get worse and worse as time progresses, you know what I mean?
We have to find, well, if there's people like celebrities like Lizzo, or even other people who aren't necessarily large, just other people supporting
body positivity,
each other, and body positivity, and not even just body positivity, like, if people just support each other on social media,
yeah,
it would be such a better place, because obviously, like, give yourself a break from social media, like, it stimulates your brain too much, but, like, that aside, like, if you're in a world where everyone is constantly criticizing each other all the time, whether that's on social media or not, like, social media is a place where everyone is always attacking each other.
Yeah.
And if social media was a healthier place, then there would be less of a need to distance yourself. Because you should still, even if that didn't exist, you should still distance yourself because it's a lot of stimulation for your brain.
Realistically, it doesn't make sense. My window just cracked, as it does. But anyway, so yeah, realistically, that doesn't make sense. Like, love and hate have to coexist, you know? That's just the way it is. Nobody's ever gonna fully support everybody else.
I know, but social media is like the worst of people.
Yeah, of course, because everyone puts in so much time for the competition, if that makes any sense. Like everyone's like, yeah, I want to be the top. I want to have thousands and thousands of followers. And then they push everyone down to be this top star. And that's never going to change. Because it's so easy now. It's so easy.
But social media gives... I'm sure everyone has heard this in their freaking school presentations. But social media puts a screen between people, so it makes it easier to say the worst things. Like,
that's why it's not going to change.
I don't think people say, go kill yourself to random people because of the competition. I think they do it because they can. You know? But obviously, yeah, it's not going to change. I don't know.
That's why
it's just a nice thought.
No,
like
it would. But that's the same thing as being like, oh, I wish for world peace, everyone to be nice to each other. But that's not the way it's going to work. Social media is like, that's literally what it is. The lack of world peace. That's what social media is.
Yeah, the word social media actually means lack of world peace, if you didn't know.
Yeah, that's literally what it is, right? Because it's just...
No, that's Facebook. Facebook means lack of world peace.
No, just social media in general. Have you ever been on Twitter?
Yes. Have you ever been on a Facebook forum?
Yes. Have you ever been in a Twitter space?
Okay, Twitter's hell. The difference is Twitter is hell.
Okay.
And Facebook is lack of world
Facebook,
peace.
PTA moms, mom community, PTA neighborhood watch. Literally,
every time I see neighborhood watch,
I think it's a group of moms.
I want to know the mom who started that is the worst mom.
Anyway, yeah. So Twitter is hell. Facebook is just a group of neighborhood watch moms and their community. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like they're the neighbor. It's like the level before,
Karen's?
hell. It's the level before hell. So you go from Facebook to Twitter because if you're because obviously people aren't always on Twitter for like the weird shit, but the people who are on Twitter for like the QAnon theories and all that bullshit are originally on Facebook.
Yeah,
like they're on Facebook, and then they go to like 4chan and shit. They jump. That's like the. You know how there's the layers of hell. That's the final layer of hell.
Okay.
4chan is the final layer of hell.
People think that. People think that the last layer of hell is the worst, but really it's the best. Because he rises.
Okay.
So the first layer would be the worst. Anyway, so yeah, basically what we're trying to say is social media. You're gonna be surrounded by social media no matter what. It's like all on your phone. Like literally everything is on your phone.
Media is so ingrained in our society that
because people can't live without it. People can't live without it. Like you're gonna before, for example, news was simply just local or national. Now news is literally global. You can't escape it. You can't.
No.
You can't. There's gonna be signs that say, let's say you want to get rid of politics or you want to get yourself away from politics. You literally can't. There are signs on lawns that say vote for this person. Vote for this person. You can't get away from it.
You close your eyes and you run. And hopefully you don't run into the street and die.
No, yeah, because social media is something that should be managed.
Especially TikTok, because I think TikTok is kind of the worst.
My TikTok is fun. My TikTok side is hilarious.
Olivia, you send me TikToks of like middle-aged women just
it's
talking.
So funny. And it's so funny.
And like our whole chat history is just you sending like 4 videos of a middle-aged woman, me saying I hate you, you sending another 4, me saying I hate you, me sending you 1 or 2, and you just liking it, not even responding, and then you sending me another like 12 old women, like middle-aged women, and then me saying I hate you again. Because our whole That's our whole TikTok freaking thing.
I sent you one today and you said stop it.
Yeah, like
that's what it is anyway. So I think that you know when people say eat in portions, they say like it starts with an M. Manage how much you eat. It starts with an M. The word.
Manage?
No, it's like moderation.
Oh.
Moderation. Social media should be
Eat
used
in portions.
and eat in moderation. People say, or I think that social media should be used in moderation. That's what I think. I think it's important for you to distance yourself from social media because it gives yourself limits. You turn off your notifications. Boom. Immediately. Social media, gone. For like 0.2 seconds whenever you turn on your notifications.
I have my TikTok notifications off because I can't with Olivia.
My phone is always on Do Not Disturb. Literally.
Which is impossible when you're trying to call Olivia and she doesn't answer.
You know what though? It's so much better that way because my phone's always on a black screen and I never feel the urge to check my phone because no notifications are popping up. I like when I'm at work, whatever, I don't feel my phone buzzing in my pocket because it's on Do Not Disturb and it doesn't distract me.
Yeah, but you can turn your phone off.
No, it's been
nothing in your house,
my phone has been on Do Not Disturb for over a year now. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb
I know.
August of last year.
You know how many times I've tried to call Olivia and she hasn't answered because her phone's on Do Not Disturb? Or me and Alex have been together and we're like, hey, we should call Olivia, and we try to call you and you don't answer. I'm like, her phone's probably on Do Not Disturb.
It's always on Do Not Disturb. It's either it's on Do Not Disturb and I don't see it, or I'm at work. So, and I can't like...
No, but it's like late at night and we're like, hey, let's call Olivia.
Like what time?
Like to
late
go get
at
Tim
night?
Hortons or something, like later, like maybe like 7, 8.
I'm usually at work. If it's a weekday, I'm at work, depending on the day. But yeah, so I personally think...
No, but this wasn't before you got a job. Like we would text and...
What do you mean? We'd go out when you text me.
Not all the time. So in our chat, that one time Alex texted in the chat our 3 hookers doing business chat. And he said, hookers, I have business. And me and Alex just went to Tim Hortons without you because you didn't answer.
Let's see. I'm going to go back on that chat. Let's see. 3 hookers doing business. I don't think I haven't texted in this chat at all, I don't think.
Yeah, you have.
No, I have.
This chat is so cursed.
That's scary. Anyway, I feel, for me, the reason why I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb was number 1, to get away from social media, because I took so much pride in social media. Like, I always wanted to portray my best self to people, and like, but I was also at a point where I just wanted time for myself. That's what caused me to self-reflect. Like, remember how I always say, like, I reflected so much during quarantine, I did all this during quarantine? It started with putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I
didn't have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because no one was texting me.
My phone is always blowing up. My phone is literally...
I had no friends.
I guess. What a loser. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Literally look at all the notifications I have on my phone and I never answer any of them. They're just there. Because for me, the only way that I can really be with myself is if I completely ignore everything around me. And so when I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb and taking away social media, like, purposely, I started living in the moment. I started looking at things differently. I was focusing on my studies and the things that I have to do, like my goals and everything that I just wanted to do. I was focusing more on it because I didn't have social media to distract me. Although I'd still go on TikTok like every single day, it wasn't like Instagram where I'd be liking all these pictures. Like, I barely like anything on Instagram. Like,
me neither.
I never go on Instagram. Right? Yeah. Anyway, so I personally think that my self-esteem boosted and my reflection really worked, and it started working because I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
The thing is, I don't engage much on social media. So, like, I don't comment on YouTube videos, or I don't, like, really post much on TikTok. So, I thrive. I kind of, quote unquote, I don't always, obviously social media is not always the best, but in some extent I thrive on social media because I like knowledge.
Yeah.
I like gathering as much knowledge as I can.
Yeah.
So I like looking at Twitter for the news, and that's stuff I enjoy. So I don't feel the need to compete with anyone because I'm not engaging on social media, but I like looking at what's going on. But even me, like, I love doing that, but still, even I need some time for myself sometimes where I need to stop watching political YouTube videos, or I need to stop, my dad always has the news on downstairs, so I just, like, I have to, like, stop going.
Do you see? My microphone is bent. It's a la 45.
I don't know what you did. So, my dad always has the news on downstairs.
It fell off my thing. That's what happened, and it bumped, and it dented, and it went slanted. Yeah. Oopsie.
My dad always has the news on downstairs, so
does my mom.
Have to, like, even though I love, like, watching and gathering as much knowledge as I can, sometimes I just can't, like, I avoid it.
I always, like, this makes sense. Like, I only gather knowledge and understand things and remember things when I enjoy it. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know. I just have to enjoy it to remember. I think that's true for
most people.
Yeah. So, one thing that I know, because we're starting school within this week, literally in 2 days we're in school.
Oh, no. Olivia, you get to stay home.
We have 2 days off, and then we have school. So we really only,
including today.
Yeah, because we start, oh my god, we start Wednesday. I thought we started Thursday.
No,
we start Wednesday. That's literally 2 days from now. That's so sketch. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, we start school really soon. We have 2 days, right? And, I don't even remember what I have for my 2 first period classes. I think it's Canadian law, Canadian international politics and law. Like, I think that's what it is.
Me too. Are you taking those? Are we gonna have them together?
Oh no, it's Canadian International Law first period. We have that together.
Oh yay!
Oh my god, my ears.
Sorry.
No, but we already knew that. And then I have religion, and then I have Canadian International Politics second week, together. And then biology. This biology teacher that I have, because I got the message, you know how they like send you emails, tell you like either join the Google Classroom or like our Brightspace. I
didn't get those because we're not gonna have it together because they're doing different. We're not in class. You're not physically going to class.
What are you talking about? We're still gonna have the class together. I'm just gonna be online.
I don't get the emails or anything. I don't have the Brightspace because
you still have the D2L.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Should I check that?
Well, you're not gonna. Well, I only got my bio. I didn't get anything for either of those two classes.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I didn't get anything yet.
So I have it for bio. Anyway, I have the teacher that I've had twice. I had her last year, and I had her in 9th grade.
Oh, okay.
Remember how I said that I was struggling so much in 11th grade? Not grade-wise. Like, my grades, they're good. I have really good grades.
Mental-wise?
Mentally, I was gone. Literally, mental breakdown all the time. Because...
Me too.
Not even because of the teacher. It was because of the work, but she added so much to the curriculum that I literally, like, lost everything, but I still like passed the class. So I wonder if we're gonna have exams.
I don't think we will.
No, they'll give us exams.
Because if they don't give it to us first semester, they're not gonna give it to us second semester, and I don't think they're giving it to us first semester.
I don't know.
Because a lot of people are still at home, including you. A lot of people are still doing school at home, so I don't think they're gonna give it to us second semester because if they, like, you only have half of your classes, especially because it's, like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it both. If they do it one, I don't think they're going to do it the other. If they don't do it one, I don't think they're going to do it the other. But it's hard to distance yourself from social media, especially when you have your schools on social media, so.
Yeah, so, like, I'm going to have all of my classes on my computer on social media.
I get to go physically into class. But the thing is, I obviously haven't talked to my teachers about this yet, but I'm gonna have to copy the notes from my phone because if I have to wear my mask in school with my glasses, I'm not gonna be able to see the board, and I can't not wear my glasses because I still can't see the board. So I'm gonna have to copy the notes from my phone.
That's gonna be fun for you. I hope you enjoy.
I'm not going to.
I hope that's it. Like, the thing is, I was really debating when school was starting, I was really debating whether or not I would attend in person or I would stay online. Like, there was a debate going on in my brain. I was like, pros and cons, you know, write this down.
I didn't have a choice.
See, my mom was all for me staying home because COVID cases are rising, you know, and all that stuff. Like, my mom was for it. She gave me the choice whether or not I wanted to go to school or not. I ended up choosing staying at home, but I was really deciding because I know for myself, yeah, I learned better in the classroom, but I also just don't want to deal with the things that I had to deal with in 9th and half of 10th grade, because I know as soon as I go back, things are going to follow me and things are just going to get worse and worse and worse. I already know it, because the thing is, people thrive off of conflict. That's what I've noticed.
Oh yeah, I'm not excited for that.
People get so bored and they get so like lost in themselves that all they start is drama and conflict and tension, and I don't need it, and I don't need it, because you know what, at the end of this year we have to apply to unis. Like, by January we have to apply to unis. December and January we apply to unis and colleges, right? I am not gonna let some drama affect my grades and ruin my chances of getting into the university that I want to get into. And I know that if I go back to school, something's going to happen. I know it, because over quarantine, so many things have happened on social media, because people, you know, we can't see anybody. So in quarantine, everything that's happened has been on social media. And I know that if I go back, something's gonna happen. Because people always pick and choose fights with me. Like, I literally don't even know why. I say it all the time. I'm a blunt and I'm a harsh person. If you can't handle that, you can't handle that, right? But people deem it as toxicity, and it's not even toxicity at this point. It's just me telling you, you make me uncomfortable, and then finding it offensive. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not excited for that part either, because I know I'm going back, and that's going to
you're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out.
I'm very good at being an asshole. So, yeah. I am confident in my abilities that if anybody tries me, I won't let it affect me, because I'm very good at not letting what people say affect me too much. And I'm very confident that I can deal it back.
Yeah. See, I'm
good at that shit.
Yeah, I think you are too. I think you are. See, another thing is, I feel like I wanted to go to school to show people how I've changed. Because I know it's the same for you too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So for me, because I changed so much over quarantine, not just the way that I look, because I've changed quite a bit. Like, have you seen how many changes that I've had?
Yes, you're a lot nicer now.
What do you mean, nicer?
Like, you don't let your feelings control you as much as they did before.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Which sometimes made Olivia kind of mean.
Yeah, no, because that's one thing. I really, like, before I never used to understand people, I feel. That's also a reason why there was so much conflict. I never tried to understand the other person's perspective. So whenever I was emotional, I let them get the best of me. But now I try to listen to the other side, you know? Anyway, so I really wanted to go to school and show people that I've changed. Not even just physically, but like mentally, in the way that I carry myself. Yeah. Because I'm big on that.
Before quarantine, I think I've never been like a social person in regards to like I like to go party and stuff.
I hate parties.
Me too. I've always been very like reserved, but I've always like thrived off of some sort of validation from the people around me, even though I would consider myself an introvert.
My validation was academic.
Me too. It was very mine is academic as well, but I felt like I needed to uphold some kind of view that people would have for me. Yeah. So, but now after quarantine, I don't care anymore. Yeah. So I guess that's what I want to show people, that I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to show people I don't care about them.
See,
like, I don't care about you.
What I want to show people.
I care about Olivia. Olivia's cool.
I do.
I care about my friends.
What I wanted to show people was, like, I don't want to create a hierarchy, but like, I just wanted to show people how not that I'm better than them, but in some aspects, I'm more mature than them. I've reached a point in my life where, like, people our age, they drink, they vape, they smoke, whatever. And I've never done it, but I've always been, I've always,
lame.
yeah, no, it's not even lame. Like, literally, think about it. We're not altering our reality just to fit in.
I don't need to alter I don't need to take drugs to alter my reality.
Yeah, I know. You're fantastical. You do all these different things.
All I have to do is zone out enough, and I can do it.
Yeah. So, I wanted to show people that, like, I won't stand for their stupidity anymore.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
You
I just said pretty
anymore.
much. Yeah.
But even just apart from, like, personality, we go to a Catholic school. My beliefs have changed greatly.
Yeah, so have mine.
Like, my perception on life has changed greatly. My view of myself has changed greatly. So aside from the social aspect, I have changed, and I want to show people that.
So, like, even you said before that, like, your perception on a lot of things have changed. And I know for myself, the people that I've known haven't changed.
They haven't.
There's no specific people, but, like, in general, just on social media, people don't seem to have changed.
What I think is this. The people who didn't go through hardships during quarantine.
I think the ones that caused the hardships weren't the ones that changed.
But the people who caused the hardships have not changed.
Have not.
The people who have not gone through some hardship during quarantine have not changed. The people who have not changed their friends throughout quarantine have not changed. Because with changing friends comes changing environment. Which is why I also think a lot of times on social media, like in social media, where if you have a certain group of friends, it kind of creates some sort of echo chamber. These people haven't changed because they haven't been exposed to new things through quarantine. They haven't given themselves the time to expose themselves to new things during quarantine.
Yeah, because
they have decided to take quarantine as
fun time.
Yeah, instead
literally,
of reflecting
like,
back on themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
So people will hang out with the same people, not change. People will do the same routines and not change, whatever. And then those same people will go back to school and still be the way that they were. Like, I know, like, there's been a bunch of people that I've encountered that have created such a toxic environment, and I know that if I were to go back to school, those same people would create that once again toxic environment because they don't know anything else.
But now I have my crystals, and I'll bring them to school with me to cleanse my space.
Yeah, that won't. I like, sometimes I wish these people would, like, evaporate, like they would vaporize. Just, you know what I mean? Some people, but, like, you know.
And we're not saying that during quarantine you should have gotten rid of all of your friends and started new. Yeah. Because, like, obviously we all no matter who you are, the bad. You love your friends. Yeah. And even the quote unquote bad ones, like, if you didn't like them, to some, like, for a lot of cases, obviously, if some people are still friends with people they don't like, even though they don't like them. But even you sometimes just don't realize that they're toxic and you still love them. Yeah. Me and my best friend Angel have been friends since grade, like, 6. And she's still my friend. She's still in my life. However, if you are not out talking to new people, and I know during quarantine it's difficult, but, like, I found a way, Olivia found a way. If you are not exposing yourself to new people, you are not going to change. So keep your same friends, but also make new ones, you know?
It's okay to change around your friend group. That's completely fine. I've done it so many times. I've never had, like, a stable friend group. That's fine. Literally, change around as many times as you want. Sometimes that can cause, like, issues, but you know what I mean. So
Don't do it in a way where you're throwing people away for the sake of throwing people away.
Change your friends when it's needed. Change your friends when you know they're bad for you and you can do better.
Don't throw people away because they don't suit you.
Mm-hmm. So
because they don't suit whatever narrative you're trying to push, or don't throw people away because one of your other friends don't like them. Because even when I have a problem with my friends or with one of my friends' friends, and I tell them I have a problem with that person, I still always try to tell them, like, don't stop being friends with this person because of me. I don't want you to feel pressure to avoid this person because of me, because they're still your friend and they're still important to you. However, I am going to avoid that person. Like, I'm sorry, but they're not for me. But if you have a problem, if one of your friends has a problem with one of your friends, and they don't, and that friend and one of those friends tells you that you're not allowed to be that friend with that person anymore, they are not good for you. Okay, they are not. Because if anybody tells you to choose one friend over another, they are not good for you.
Yeah. Nobody should be controlling that. And anyway, back to social media again. I think that was an important conversation, but I think we got to So I think that I feel like all of this happens so much more now because of social media.
Well,
because think of it like this, the communication aspect. More people are telling people bad things about other people or telling them not to be friends with certain people because of social media. Because there's a screen. You could say whatever you want about somebody, bad or good, and what are people gonna really do about it? You know what I mean? Punch you in the face? What? They're gonna break their own screen. So it's like, anyway, going back to school and all that stuff, there's gonna be so many people. I really feel for you. I really feel for you, because now you're gonna go to school and you're gonna see everybody, and then you're gonna realize how people have not changed.
And I know that already, and while I'm kind of like anticipating something to go down, I'm kind of excited for it. Okay, that might be bad for me.
I'll go back second semester. I'm going back second semester.
I'm not a perfect person. Okay, I'm kind of excited to see what people try.
It would be fun seeing, like, because the thing is, people, honestly, it's just laughable at this point. The way that people try and create issues is so funny. People will literally pull things randomly and they'll just be like, oh, this person's bad because he did this. It's like proof. No proof.
Yeah. But I don't think we can ignore how, especially for me and you, Olivia, how good quarantine or social media has been for us during this pandemic.
Yeah, without it, we wouldn't stay friends.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have became friends again, because we never were not friends, but we wouldn't have made the new friends we've made. We wouldn't have.
Thank you, Minecraft.
Oh my god. The fact that Minecraft is what brought us together.
The Minecraft. I miss that Minecraft server. I miss it so much.
We can't go back on it anymore because the realm expired.
Oh my god.
That
was so pretty. It was so pretty. Yeah, I was like, can we play Minecraft? And you're like, no. I know why, but we should play soon.
We will play soon.
It's on a mod pack?
No, it's just vanilla Minecraft.
Oh, I want to play.
But mod packs are fun, because I like the ones that have magic.
Yeah. Oh, magic. Oh, it's magic.
Oh my god. You know what? Put away the social media and pick up a book. I'm sorry, even though you're still escaping reality, quote unquote, because books is what we're escaping. Social media is an escape from reality. Books are an escape from reality. You know what? People say social media is not real, but I think social media is hyper realism. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I think social media is heightened reality, because it's everything about humanity to the nth degree. Don't put away the social media and pick up a book. I am sorry, I may have a slight addiction to reading. Okay, I may have so many books littering my floor, and I need to stop because I keep buying more, and I haven't even finished this one series. But read instead. Reading is so good. Just do it.
Distance yourself. If you want. If you think that it'll be beneficial. Because I know that when I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, like I said, I studied more. I focused on my goals more. I didn't think of toxicity anymore. It's like a form of escapism. That's literally what it is. You literally just escape. Everything that you were brought up in, and everything that was so normalized, and everything that was so conditioned into your brain, you just escape. I did that for months, and it was a great decision for me, I
But
think.
also, if you're on social media, it's okay to block people.
My block list is huge.
I'm saying this as a hypocrite because I don't block people. But if you need to block people, block people. Can we normalize blocking people more?
Because then people get offended, but they'll let the people get offended.
Because that's why I also don't block people, because I'm scared that they'll be talking about me on like their social media and I won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
But block people.
People have talked bad about me, both on social media and in person, and either one doesn't piss me. You could talk bad about me because now I just think about it as fan behavior. Like,
it is.
but that's what quarantine has done to me. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you be thinking about me? Damn, all that stuff. Like, literally, people talk bad about me because what are you gonna do in literally when we graduate high school? Nobody is gonna know who I am. Nobody's gonna know who you are. Nobody's gonna know who each other are because everyone's just gonna disperse. That's what it's gonna be. After high school, all these times that people have talked bad about me, it's gonna go to waste. Why? Because nobody's gonna care. People are literally just wasting their breath on you, and that's what I find so funny. People could say any words, and the words that they decide to use are the ones that are negative about you. You're not gonna know who I am in the next year. Like,
the thing is, they're not just wasting their breath on you, they're wasting their brain power on you, which they could... This might be me being a little bit of a bitch, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The people who talk shit about others are always the ones
they're so
who
weak.
get the lowest marks in school because they're spending so much of their brain power on other people that don't matter to them instead of working on themselves, their marks, because they want to they could use their brain for such better things, but instead they're focusing on you. So the only one who really fails in this situation is them, because no matter how much shit they talk about you, they're the ones who are wasting their time on you and losing their time for other more important things that will benefit them in life.
I feel like that's just... Like, yeah, you're right, but there are also some people who are, like, really, 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 like, rude and toxic who have really good grades. But I feel like...
That's true.
I feel it could be either way, I feel.
But imagine how
But
much
it's
more
because of insecurity and jealousy. Like, some people that have, like, really low grades will, like, talk bad about people just to make themselves feel better because they're not proud of their grades, let's say. But then you have those people that are overly proud of their grades and have high grades, and then will be
shit on
bad.
other people for yeah.
So it could go either way, but it's so unfortunate because like that's how it's gonna be, because love and hate have to coexist. Like I said before, that's just the way it's gonna go. Nobody is ever gonna like. There's so many people that I dislike. So that can go for a lot of people. There's so many people that other people dislike. So that's why.
There are probably so many people who dislike me.
Me
There's
too.
probably so many people who dislike you, but does it matter?
No.
The reason social media is so bad is because we see everybody who dislikes us right there on our screen.
If they're not following us, they dislike us.
Well, I was saying more like
No, I know,
comments
but
and shit.
that's a form. So
yeah. So, that's something wrong with social media, I guess, and you should distance yourself from that, because think about how many people dislike you and you don't know it. And think of how many you see on social media.
yeah, no, literally, social media amplifies it. Social media shows you, and that makes you insecure.
Social media emphasizes the worst of humanity.
The lack of world peace.
And that's why we need to distance ourselves away from that.
Like, social media is just hatred. I think distancing, even once, even twice, making it a habit or turning off your phone at a certain time is important. I feel like living in the moment, living with yourself, realizing your worth, and bettering yourself on, like, past faults is just better. Learning from your mistakes is better. And I feel like on social media, that stops that.
I'm just like, I don't know why this is on my mind, but does Netflix count as social media? Because you can't interact with Netflix unless you, like, send them an email.
I'm just going to call it media.
I think Netflix and, like, streaming platforms are more media. I think YouTube would be social media because you interact with, like, you can comment and shit.
Yeah.
And I think Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that is also a form of media because, like...
It's social media. You can have, like, collaborative things with people.
Well, yeah, but like you can't comment. Like you can't comment on our podcast on Spotify or like Apple Music. You can rate it, I guess.
It's just, I don't know. It's like
you
there's
can
like
also
a
rate
fine
movies
there's
on,
a
like,
fine line between media.
Listen, no media is
social
perfectly
media.
good. Obviously, like media as a concept, the media as a whole,
Media
is, not
is
good.
like bad.
Obviously, there are certain like parts of social media and media in general that are good, like our podcast, which is why we love you and you should keep watching.
You should keep listening, everybody.
And you should go on our and you should follow our TikTok, Status Teenage, and you should follow our Instagram, Status Teenage,
and you should subscribe to the YouTube channel Status Teenage,
and DM us on Instagram. Shout out to that one person who DM'd us.
They're so nice.
We love you. If you know who you are, we love you.
You're so nice. It was so great. I was literally at work and I opened my phone and I saw the DM and I was like, oh
yeah,
my
Olivia
God.
was the one who sent you a text. I didn't see it until after. But shout out to you. It was really sweet. So our DMs are always open. Send us a DM. We are the only good part of social media, so only interact with us.
Yeah, no, because you know what? The more you interact with us, we get so motivated. I know I get so motivated to like do stuff, and DM us anything, like any recommendations too.
So while we while we spent the whole episode shitting on social media, or a lot, most of the episode, not the whole episode, shitting on social media, join us on social media because we are cool.
Yeah, but if you have anything negative to say about our podcast, you could stay as a follower if you'd like. I'm just not gonna respond.
There's a difference between constructive criticism and just being a dick.
Yeah.
Obviously, constructive criticism we accept, we love.
Hey, could you try talking about this or talking about this? For sure, we'll give it a try. But if you're gonna be like, y'all suck doo-doo, I'm gonna be like,
I mean, like, we both know the audio is not the best. We're well aware.
Eventually, though, when we're in person, which I'm really excited for, because eventually we're gonna have like things in person.
We're gonna film them on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna post them on YouTube and stuff. That will be so much better. That will be fantastic.
So,
I think this is the end of the episode.
Yeah, follow us and engage with us on social media.
Wear your masks,
even though
if you're vaccinated or not. Because some people can't get the vaccine.
In Canada, you have to. In other countries, you might not to. But if you're in Canada, you still have to wear your mask everywhere. So wear your masks everywhere.
Take care of yourself. Distance yourself from social media.
It's good for you.
For like a week or two. Not saying completely throw away your phone.
Or even just like turn it off. Like have one day, like a week, where you just don't go on social media.
Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. And don't answer your notifications as soon as you get them.
I do not condone that, because the amount of times I've tried to contact or call Olivia and she has not answered her phone because it's on Do Not Disturb.
I know, people tell me I'm MIA, but I like it that way.
Okay, well, don't, if you have friends, don't put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Or put your phone on Do Not Disturb and just, they can wait.
They might be in a really tough time and crying on the grass. I need to give you a nice little phone call. And when you call them...
When you're on the walk and you call me and then I don't answer, and so you call Kenneth instead.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, you know what? If you want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. But, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well,
why don't you just turn your notifications off for some apps?
Because you could do that. That works. Just do
Turn
whatever.
your notifications off for like Instagram and shit. Maybe don't put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And when I finally like start driving more, I'm gonna put it in driving mode so I can't get anything. Airplane mode. Anyway, that's all. Wear your masks. Distance yourself from social media. Take care of yourself. Reflect.
Be
and
kind.
if you're in school already, I wish you the best. Focus on your studies. If you're applying to unis this year or colleges, I wish you the best. I hope you get in. If you're starting school around the same time that we're starting school, literally, I wish you the best. Like, I literally hope you do well in school. And if you don't do that well in school, I hope you find a path that works for you. That's all.
Everyone will find a way. Even if you are not the best human being.
You will manage.
Even if you're an asshole, everyone finds their own path.
Even if you peaked in high school, you will find your own path. Anyway. That's all.
Be kind. Unless someone's not kind to you, then punch them. Just kidding. We do not condone violence here. That's
respect is earned. That's all.
We are here for entertainment purposes only. Everything we say on this podcast is a joke and should not be taken seriously.
Everything that talks about violence, do not do it. That's
we do not
the joke.
condone violence.
But everything that we talk about seriously, that should be taken serious.
But we're also not professionals.
Okay,
so,
we've been trying to do an outro for like 6 minutes. This
is how it always goes. We never leave off.
I know. Okay, so let's
Bye.
Bye.